أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تكونوا كالذين آذوا موسى فبرأه الله مما قالوا وكان عند الله وجيها. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان إنه كان ظلوما جهولا. ليعذب الله المنافقين والمنافقات والمشركين والمشركات ويتوب الله على المؤمنين والمؤمنات وكان الله غفورا رحيما.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Jazakallah khair to our Imam from the local mosque for that beautiful recitation. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Oh, hello, energy. Why was the third one very less? Come on. Assalamu alaikum. That's better. I don't know if you guys do that in America, but it's definitely a thing in the UK. So.
Salam everyone. It's so great to be here. You've already had 4 chances. It's so great to be here overseas for the first time. We usually do our events in London. What a fabulous turnout. We had to turn away 40 people at the door this morning. We've got 300 people on the wait list. If you are in here without a ticket, hide. Who's been to Muslim Techfest before? London is making some noise. So, what is Muslim Techfest? Can anyone tell me? Say that again. Techfest for Muslims. Man can rearrange words. I love it. It's great. Anyway, despite us being Brits, I promise you, this is not us coming here to take revenge for the Boston Tea Party. You guys can keep your land. We now have real halal food. You guys don't know what that means. Do you hear the Americans? Some people think that this is the Muslim Coachella. Let's park that thought for now. But on a totally unrelated note, the after party starts at 6:30 and you're all invited on the rooftop. In all seriousness though, the mission for Muslim Techfest is to bring together the best Muslim entrepreneurs, change makers, founders, startups and technologists all under one roof.
We showcase Muslim pioneers and create room for up-and-coming change makers to showcase their innovations and skills. And a way of introduction, my name is Arfah, he is Zahid, and together we are the founders of Muslim Techfest.
If I took a flight from London to New York, I'd accept that applause. I took a flight from London to San Francisco, I'd expect some cheering. I took a flight from Bosnia to Istanbul to San Francisco. It's not a humble brag, I promise.
He did
so
it,
please,
he did.
Let's make some noise! And so as part of Muslim Tech Fest, we keep it 100% Muslim. We're unapologetically Muslim, always. And attendees from our previous events say it best. Alina sums up the reason why events like Muslim Tech Fest are so important and need to exist. Alhamdulillah, we're here under this roof. Now it's over to everyone in this room to be that force for change and create a better world through technology.
We are Muslim Tech Fest, and we're so excited to spend today celebrating Muslim excellence in technology and entrepreneurship. We're honored to be hosting our first international event in the heart of Silicon Valley. So, how did we get here?
Let me answer that question with a story. Who knows this guy? I've got a very, very dangerous joke that I'm not going to tell there. His name is not what you said. What's his name? Chris.
Where is he?
What does he do?
Oh, there you are.
Where is Chris? All right. Chris is best known for his energy, his smile, his enthusiasm, and helping so many Muslim causes raise money through his startup, Launch Good. The smile will tell you that he really enjoys what he's doing. And I'm not going to lie, he had me fooled for a very long time as well. Then he made that mistake of inviting me to spend a day with his team. And I figured him out. The real source of Chris's happiness is East London. He hires people from East London. When he visits East London, he's always hanging out at Simply Smashed in East London. Everything he does is East London. And if you ask him to put on an accent, what does it sound like? Chris, you going to give us a demo? For those that don't know, East London is like the Oakland of the Bay. It's quite literally the ghetto. We've got great food, great masjids, and that's about it.
Excuse me. Nope, it's amazing.
So Chris, being Chris, thinking he's an East Londoner, he hit me up with this message. And he was like, Chris, what did you say? He's trying so hard to put on an American accent. It's so cute. Me, being the Brit, pretending I've never seen this joke before, played along, rolled my eyes into the back of my head. But clearly, Chris had come to MTF London. He loved it. He had a great time. He was like, when are we bringing it to the USA? I eared him a little bit. He was like, come on, man. Let's sort it out. So, alhamdulillah, here we are in the Bay for Muslim Tech Fest 2024, San Francisco.
Woo! So, where are people from? Let's start the obvious choice. Bay Area, where you at? West Coast, New York?
East Coast, New York.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Guys, I'm surviving on 5 hours sleep, right? Okay.
Wait. They're all giving you heat, but Americans don't know geography anyway.
Okay. Canada? Toronto? Sydney? And London family, where you at?
All right, amazing. And now we're all here together, people from all over the world. I'm so grateful to have you all travel in. Honestly, it's such an honor to connect so many brilliant, brilliant minds from all over the world. Most importantly, though, Chris has new people to talk to that aren't from East London. If you don't have any plans for the upcoming week, have a look at Muslim Tech Week. There's a whole series of events that are being put on. There's a bunch of fringe events that the community are organizing. Get involved on the WhatsApp group find someone in the room to connect you on there. Bunch of dinners, meetups, hikes, morning runs for crazy people, all happening in the morning, so during the week. So please make the most of your time if you're here for an extended period. A massive, massive shout out to our sponsors. Events like this just are very, very difficult to put on, especially when you put the word Muslim in front of it. It's very, very challenging to find the sponsorship that you need, to hire venues like this, to pay for this dapper suit, and get people involved. So a massive, massive thank you to all of our sponsors that got involved to help put this event on. Let's please make some noise for them. Many of them are amongst you. There's also an expo space upstairs for those that arrived on time. Please go over, speak to them, network with them, learn from them. These are Muslim people building Muslim startups. These are the types of people that we want to support and really elevate through initiatives like Muslim Techfest. And inshallah khair, those that are working on projects today will be some kind of expo attendee in one of the future events, whether it's here or elsewhere.
Now let me start with a little story. 8 years ago, I started a community called Islamic Makers, a Muslim and tech community in the UK. This was from my own experiences of navigating the tech scene. I was, 21 or 22 at the time, very early London tech scene. Going to these meetups, not seeing people like us represented. So with a couple of friends, we started to put up meetups, and it really started to build the community there. But there was one thing I was really struggling with. You know, it's all well and good trying to do this Muslim and tech meetups, but trying to strive for inclusiveness also means including Muslim women. But I was struggling. I was really struggling to actually find Muslim women in tech there in the UK. So I sat on Google, I had a look, I was like, okay, where are they? And I just kept finding amazing Muslim women in tech in America. So I'm like, all right, there's something there that's bubbling. I got given this fellowship opportunity to actually research Muslim women in tech, and also like amazing initiatives to get kind of people from underrepresented backgrounds into tech. So started my journey into inspiration, where I got to come to America. And I have to say, that was really the start for me. And it was pretty incredible. And there was something about the American Muslim community that actually hit different. So this is a mosque near DC, Maryland, and I just walked into it as a tourist, and I was amazed. They were actually teaching kids to code. Like, I was blown. Like, we don't quite have this infrastructure in the UK. Maybe it's the fact we don't have the real estate, but I thought it was pretty cool. And it was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that really put me there in that moment. It wasn't something I seeked out, I just walked into it. And, you know, considering I was doing this research thing, specifically on this subject, to find that right in front of me was pretty incredible. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has really carried on today as well. Because as I was going through my content from 2017, I found this picture where I was invited to talk in front of Open Silicon Valley youth. And I looked at the picture, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's plug and play. What? Like, how am I coming back to this venue like seven years later? And out of all the venues that Zahid could have booked, he literally booked this one. That's pretty cool, I have to say. So the other thing that I found really cool was, of course, the Muslim women that I actually met. You might recognize some of these faces up there. They had just amazing stories. And I was this beady, single, 25-year-old or so at that time, and I was so inspired. They were Muslim women high up in tech companies, working moms, doing absolutely amazing things, founders, just balancing kind of life. And as women, we have so many more responsibilities. It is true, guys. So it was pretty inspiring. I really was like so inspired. And I could finally believe it. I could finally see it. And now, in 2024, by Allah SWT blessing, I'm here in Silicon Valley. As a founder mum myself, I've become what I saw, and I hope today you can see who you could be. And this is just a snapshot of some incredible things that Muslim techies and people within entrepreneurship are up to.
But we have challenges too. And tech is an option for us to address those challenges. And I think there are challenges that unite us as a community, and we can rally around them to hopefully build a better world for everyone. If we don't, Narratives like this become the commonplace, and there's no representation, no Muslims in that position of influence that can help shape those narratives and make sure that they are more representative of the truth. Alhamdulillah, I'm very, very glad to say that Muslim Techfest has been identified by a bunch of press as a driving force that can help change this message. Words like decolonization and working to facilitate conversation, to address some of these challenges that we experience as Muslims, that the Muslim Ummah that are not technologists also experience, can be addressed through the work that we can do in this room by coming together and solving these challenges.
So, we have some amazing speakers for today afternoon. And we can achieve so much by applying ourselves with the technology to build a better world. And who took part in the conversation tables this morning? Yay! I heard there were some really, really amazing conversations that took part. And this is just the flavor of what's to come this afternoon.
Now, you'll see at 5:15, we are bringing founders to pitch against each other from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. And of course, we had to bring someone from the UK as well. So I hope when they do come on stage, these are all super early stage founders that are building something incredible. Please do cheer them on, make them feel super supported. And we'd love to get someone from the audience up on stage too. So if you're working on a startup, on a project, or something that you want to showcase to the community, please listen out for an announcement ahead of one of the breaks. You'll come give us your details, and we'll pick someone at random to come pitch alongside these startup founders. So a massive thank you to our sponsors for making an event like this possible. We're so grateful for everyone in this room for also turning up, putting their money where their mouth is. Standing room only, apart from maybe that seat over there. So thank you so much for coming out in your numbers and making this possible. When we started Muslim Techfest about a year and a half ago in London, we did not think we'd be in the Bay this quickly, and we did not think that we'd sell it out. So we've put everything that we can into this to make it a great day for all of you to network, to connect, to inspire each other, learn from each other as well. And without further ado, I'd love to introduce to the stage Osama to talk about the incredible work that Plug and Play are doing, and also the host for today's Muslim Techfest.